Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. If you are watching us live, or you'll be watching us later, this is Professional Pathway Series with Joseph Yamboa Amoa or Yamoa. Okay, so Yamoa. It's been a privilege to know him. Today, we want to learn more about what he does, and then if time permits us, we have another gentleman, Wisdom, coming also to join. And my name is Chris York. I really want you to stay with us to the end. If you also would watch the live again, I want you to comment in the comment section and do your best to contribute. Your comment will truly encourages us. Without wasting my time, I want to introduce my special speaker to you, so that at least it builds credibility, it builds what Aristotle will call the ethos, and then you understand what we are all about. So without wasting my time, Joseph Yamboa, Yeboah, oh sorry, Yeboah, sorry. Yeboah is an educator, um, ICA candidate, aspiring banker, and social impact advocate. Is a passionate advocate and a purpose-driven change maker committed to empowering youth and underserved community through education, mentorship, and leadership development. He currently serves as a teacher at what's the name of that school?
That's Accidental Senior High.
Okay, Atrensua Senior High. Where is that?
I have region. It's closer to Boso.
Okay, okay. So Ahafu. Okay, I've not been there before. Ahafu region under the Lead for Ghana Fellowship, an NGO initiative working to bridge educational gap in under-resourced schools. He holds a second-class upper degree in accounting and a certified accounting tutor. As an ICA Ghana candidate, Joseph is actively pursuing professional certification with the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana to deepen his expertise in finance and accounting to position himself for a career in banking. In the classroom, Joseph is known for a student centered teaching approach, his ability to simplify complex concepts, and his dedication to holistic student development. Beyond academics, he has organized and facilitated impactful seminars on examination success, life after school, authenticity, guiding students to make informed and confident choices, and a firm believer in the power of volunteerism. Today, we're going to learn about volunteer impact from him. Joseph regularly contributes to community development programs, a youth empowerment initiative. His core values is equity, honesty, responsibility, and respect guide his work and vision to lead with impact. So I welcome you, our speaker. We're going to see him again on LinkedIn. This is a group one. I'm going to have one-on-one as well with him on LinkedIn where we'll come on. This is on YouTube. So if you are watching us, don't hesitate to share, don't hesitate to comment, and listen to this brilliant young man to share with us wisdom in his experience. You could see that he's a very intelligent woman, and for him to even move from wherever he is to where he is currently shows the dedication and understanding he has for the power of volunteerism. So I would want to give him the floor, and then he's going to take over. And if probably what I read is not what you want, you could do the correction for us, and then we continue. Thank you very much, Joseph. I'll be at the background.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kwesi York. I really love what you are doing for this country, and I think I should start by saying that you are one of the people who really inspire me in my career. Like when I look up to you on LinkedIn, when I the first time I met you, I was like, wow. So we have people like this, and I've never seen for all this while. And so thank you. I think that's all what he said about me. Like he said, I'm just a volunteer. let me say it's a volunteering work, but Lead for Ghana call us fellows, and now they've transitioned us from fellowship to associate. They believe that what we are doing down here is more than like just doing volunteer, because when they come down, what they believe that GES staffs could not do is what we are doing down here. So they just gave us the name as associate, and um, I'm so glad for the topic you give me and the opportunity. So today I'm going to blend with the volunteer and the fellowship. I think sometimes I don't know we how we see the difference between them, and I will be trying to explain the two. So my for me to start with this presentation, and I'll first like to start with uh, a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, who says, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." So, if you really want to go far off, if you really want to learn, I think that you have to serve people, you have to go under people to at least learn from their expertise and see how they do things, so that you can get the wings to fly. Fellowship, that one is looking at as a structured and a professional program that offers individuals an opportunity to apply their skills, gain new ones, and contribute meaningfully to a cause of what community or a set of period. So when you are doing a fellowship, they give you a particular period. Maybe some have 2 years, some have a year, some have some months. They'll give you that you should go into this community, serve, do this particular thing for us for this particular period of a time, and it's a well structured thing they do with you. And then comparing that to the volunteering, you see volunteering is when you are giving out your time, your energy, your knowledge, your skills, everything out there without expecting a pay or expecting anything in return. So when you look at these two things, you could see that in the fellowship we also have volunteering in it. So if you're not someone who really want to do volunteering, you can do the fellowship, because inside the fellowship there are some let me say activities you undertake, and you have to do them voluntarily, because you don't do that and expect that you should get something from it, because you are sent there to make a change, you are sent there to make an impact as a fellow, or as you are doing your fellowship. And someone will say that, why would I go into something that they are not paying me? After all, it's just a waste of time. But my little observation, or what I have learned so far, for the past I think 9 months, I joined Lead for Ghana and being posted to the underserved communities to serve. It's really inspiring that if you think you are wasting your time if you are doing volunteering, then you are lying to yourself, because that is when you create opportunities, that's when you create network, that's where you learn skills that you don't know. And my journey with Lead for Ghana so far has exposed me to people I don't think I could have met in my life. The talking of the likes of Honorable Kandapa, I think the school I'm teaching in now is his alma mater. And the day he get there, I had the opportunity to talk to him one on one, and he was so happy to meet me. And as of now, I'm so happy that that man who called me and talked to me, that a project I was working on, he called me and he was planning with me how we could work on that project. If not for my volunteering, I don't think that man I would have ever seen him. Sometimes I only saw him on TVs and maybe on newspapers. And I also have the opportunity to meet, I think, Collins Dowda and the son. I met these two people. It was so inspiring, and now I've created a connection with them. And so you see that I'm not getting a pay. I'm not getting like doing this volunteering inside my fellowship. I wasn't paid for that, but it has really given me this opportunity to meet some people I wouldn't. So for today, I can just wake up and pick a phone, call these prominent people, and they will have my time. They will want to listen to me. But then, who would I be to have their contact to even call them? So I always say that people who think volunteering is a waste of time really don't understand what they are saying. Because me, after the university, I realized I don't have any skills. I have no experience in any job. And so when I had Lead for Ghana, I think that no, this is a place for me to gain the experiences, whatever I want, because it's just a free place to explore. It will give you this chance to meet experts. It will give you this chance to meet people who will inspire you. And talking of that, I want to come back to the fellowship, what I've gained so far, and why I think the fellowship is so important for every Ghanaian youth there or any other person who want to go into it. Why a fellowship? One, the benefit you gain from fellowship is professional growth. Okay, so the fellowship will help you build self-confidence and awareness. When I was posted to Achinswa Senior High, that was my first time of entering the classroom. When they posted me and someone who did accounting, they said go and teach mathematics. So I told my coach that I think mathematics and accounting, sometimes we think that they are all calculation subjects. So once you can do accounting, you can. No, but that's not the case. Okay. So when I was posted, my coach told me that no, we want you to build this confidence. We want to put this in you, and we believe in you that you can do it. We know what we saw in you. That's why we are sending you there. And I was surprised when I entered the classroom. My first lesson, I realized that it didn't go well. Yes, it didn't go. It was a total rubbish. So I came home and sat down and I was like, hey, is this going to work? But then I realized that I was sent here for a purpose. So I have to go to YouTube, pick a topic and to teach the next day, go through what the people are doing there, what I think is important. And when I learn it, I wake up in the morning so happy that I realize knowing that very well that I am prepared today to enter that classroom. And the easy part was when I entered the classroom, the people I saw the first day who was living in my class were awake. It tells me that today I really came to the class to make a change. And I was so happy for that. So that one alone really give me a confidence. It has improved me. Like in the classroom, I was taking control over everything I was doing. So I always say that this is an opportunity for every youth out there to build something. And this one also help you to refine your passion and long-term career goals. Yes, I never know I can be a best teacher until I step into this classroom. I only had this idea that oh maybe after my program as an accounting student, I should find myself some banking, some accounting field to sit, but that wasn't the case. I was lying to myself, and so when I entered the classroom, I realized that no, I also have this kind of passion for students or let me say kids, and so when I realized that they were having a lot of problems, a lot of challenges people were not talking about, I said, oh no, then I think this place is for me because when I help them solve their problem, I feel hope, I happy, I feel like I am free. Like I feel something inside me that no, this is something I really did very well. So why don't I push forward and then become as a permanent teacher and then help these skills out? So that is what pushed me to go and write my licentiate. I registered and write my licentiate, and now I become a full tutor, but not for I'm not teaching accounting though, but as a full accounting tutor, but I'm teaching mathematics because I believe that we don't just follow what we learn. Um, you as a human being, you should have like my mentor Akwesi could always tell you that you should have different branches. Know where and when to go here and when to enter here. So if you have this kind of branches where if one is locked, you have the other to open. I think you're always safe. So I realized that now that I am in the education field, what I don't make an impact here, I don't know how the accounting field is going to be. Today I had the opportunity here, so let me make a difference here. And that is what is making me when you come to my school, people will mention my name and some staff that don't even know me, they will see me like a national service personnel. But when they hear the name Joseph, they will be asking around who is this teacher that is making this impact? Who is this teacher that is everybody is talking about on campus? Then when they see me, they'll be like, we thought you were doing national service. I said, no, I wasn't doing my service. And they were like, but you're too young. How come you were carrying out? I remember when I started a classroom blogs, we wanted to build a classroom blog for the school. But I realized that the classroom was so. And let me take the opportunity to at least beg for people who want to support me for this particular project. So the classroom was overcrowded. When you get there, you see that there's no space for you, the teacher, to stand to teach. And so I took the opportunity upon myself to solicit for funds to help the school build a three classroom blocks. And when we started it, people think it wouldn't be something we can do. And by the time they realize the classroom is ready, and now I am also praying that I should get a support again to start putting funds in these classrooms, make the classroom comfortable for my students to enjoy lesson, because I think the people in the underserved communities also deserve better like those in the cities. There's no difference between us. So that is one of the things I always say that fellowship or volunteer will give to you. And two, skill development. I never know I can be this a great leader until I step into the classroom when I take control, because in the classroom you are the leader, your learners are following you. And when I started doing building this classroom, I was taking on a project, and that, like, I didn't know I have all these skills until I started. That's where I realized that no, I have a skill of project management, I have a teamwork and a problem solving, because they were surprised how I identified the problem in that school within a short possible time, and we were able to solve that problem. And the people I was collaborating with, like the people I just mentioned, Honorable Canadapa, Collins Dauda, and the son. I also met the chief of the community, the assemblyman, the headmaster, together with some teachers. The way we collaborate, and afterwards, I see that I've built a relationship that will last forever. Especially my headmaster will always call me in the morning and say, I bless God for bringing you to this school. And I bless Lead for Ghana for such a wonderful person they brought to us. And I'm so happy for that. And then hands-on experience is one of the things we will get, because we go to school and it's just the theory you go and learn. But if you come down as a volunteer, as a fellow, and you are given the opportunity, you see that whatever you have learned, you are now going to practice it, you are now going to put it in use, even though they are not paying you. But this is where you build yourself before you carry yourself out there for people to see who you are truly are. And this, even sometimes I remember I was on LinkedIn, and this one I would say God bless you, Kwesi York, for this opportunity. When we started the 21 days challenge, I remember it got to the point I was very very sick, but I sometimes tried to wake up in the morning and make sure I post something. And one day I make a post on I think I've forgotten the topic, but it's about the account. And then someone reached out to me from Accra and was like, okay, we are having this new bank we are opening, and we want you to come in and assist us if you are not engaged. So I was like, oh, I would have loved it, but for now, I think I am on a purpose, and why I am here is a 2 years contract. I need to make an impact. That is my dream for now. Even though I know a 2 year time I'll be existing here, but let me make this impact. Let it last, and I know this will and that one alone can build something I am in my career. So I talked to him, and then he agreed, and he was so happy that I am so loyal to my organization. And he said anytime, any day, I think I am existing my contract, I can reach out to them for them to see how they can plan things with him. And again, the third one I would like to talk about is professional networking when you are into a fellowship. I don't know if someone I've been talking to myself. I don't know if someone is listening to me, but um, when you become a volunteer or a fellow, there's this professional network and exposure you get. And that is where I started mentioning my headmaster, the community leaders. And the funny part is a young boy like me got to the palace, and the seat I was offered, and the people that come around to talk to me, like, it was so wow. Like, I was amazed, and I was so happy that day that Lead for Ghana has given me this opportunity to meet such a great mind, such people that I would have kind of fear to meet them. So connecting with them has even make me become some gotten some of them as my mentors. And like, they talk to me anytime, they motivate me, they advise me like any other thing I need. And this has even given me the access to career opportunities in the town itself, because there's one bank in Achirenswa here. When I went there, said I want to do an internship with them. Since I am on vacation, I want to do some internship with them. They were so glad because they've heard of my from the school, and they know what I'm carrying into the bank. they didn't even resist. They didn't even ask me to maybe go bring your letter or let's see your CV or something. I just got there. They say, oh, any day, anytime you are ready, we are ready for you. You can join. And then now I have the opportunity there to do my internship, to have this kind of uh, hands-on experience from them because of what I've done. And one thing I will recommend for every young man out there is when we are at this stage, let's try and make a social impact. Let's make contribution to a society, a community, even a family, something that will make people know you. I know when I finished with the classroom blog, the headmaster said they should put my name on. I said no, this is one of my capstone projects. Lead for Ghana wants me to uh, to embark on here. So I cannot put my name on it, but it can be rather given to Lead for Ghana because they are the people who brought me here. And even as Lead for Ghana is on it, whenever they will mention Lead for Ghana, I know my name will pop up. I know it's going to be like, oh, they brought in this gentleman who led this project, and he's the one who did this. And sometimes when we have these opportunities, you use this well to influence systems and policies for lasting change. So I didn't misuse because I had the opportunity to meet the regional educational director when we came here, and I share with him something I think could help the region at large. But who was I to go to the regional director of education and talk to him that, oh, I have this kind of idea. I think if you put it in place, it will help a whole region. Who am I? But that opportunity, and when I talk to him, he has in the half region, I think we have about 6 or 7 schools that have fellows of Lead for Ghana. And so they put together in things. Sometimes you'll be there and then they'll call it that there's a program they're hosting in this school within the region, and they will need you to come and do a talk because they know who we are, they know what we carry. So they'll call you and give you the opportunity to come in and have a talk with the student. Sometimes even the teachers, when they're having a program, they sometimes call you, come and share your expertise because they know who you are. And this is, I think, is a very good opportunity for us as a young people out there. And so I would like to use this opportunity to also talk about my fellowship journey in the Lead for Ghana. So this happened. This dream came to light. Um, I even complete my service during my national service. I was online scrolling through and I saw this advert on Facebook. So I checked, and that's where I saw. I didn't nothing even motivated, but I saw 2 students they use as their flyer, and the way they dress, the way they look, and the caption under it that one day they pray that every child will have access to quality education. And then I remember that I said, no, it's like this thing is really talking about something I wanted to do because growing up, I suffered in terms of education. I didn't have the quality education what I needed to get. I didn't because my classroom were these wooden structures. When it's time for if it's a rainy season, sometimes you have to stay in the house for a whole week before you can continue to go to school. If sometimes in my village when it rains so heavy, you can't cross the streams to come to school, so you have to be in the house and sleep. Probably sometimes they'll send you to farm to work for them. So when I saw that, so if these people are having this dream, they want to solve this problem, why don't I join them and see what I can also bring? Even applying for it, I didn't believe I will go through because I had a friend who said the previous years when they joined, there were over 8,000 people who applied. So if 8,000 people are applying for this opportunity, how sure am I that I don't even know anybody? How am I going to go through? But I just say, let me try my luck. If maybe it's happened, then fine. I sent in my application, and 2 weeks time, they gave me a message that they would like to engage me for an interview online. And after that interview, I know very well that the interview really went well for me. I know very well I'll get a feedback. So in a month time, I had another message from them that they will now want us to meet in person for an in-person interview. And then we got there. It was something I didn't want to see. By seeing big people, some with master's degrees and others, big men driving their cars, being there, looking at myself, I said, oh, this one is, if not because I already represented myself here, I would have probably go back because I don't think it went well. I entered the room, we did interview, you did a mock teach, then you come and do a group work, then you write aptitude test. These activities took place in the same day, and it wasn't an easy thing. So after that, I came back and started exploring elsewhere because I didn't know. Because looking at the number I met that day, it wasn't an easy thing. But I was fortunate that in a week time, I received a message saying that I am through with my in-person interview. And that was the happiest day in my life because it tells me that I am going to solve a problem. My dream is now coming true. So they gave me the opportunity. We joined an online session for I think 2 weeks. We went to Accra for in-person training. And that is where I enjoy this whole fellowship thing. We had the opportunity to meet a lot of people we could have not had the opportunity to. People like uh, 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 I think Thorson, the title director or CEO. We met former President Kufuor. We met this man. I've forgotten the name here, but I think he's a retired soldier who is also having a foundation, and he's doing so well on. Always, I saw him on LinkedIn, and I didn't know when I could see this man in person, but those opportunities has happened during the session with Lead for Ghana. They brought all these people to the extent that sometimes they bring. Uh, that was when we have our Minister for Education. My names are not coming, but he was there present to have a talk with us. We finished and we have a one-on-one talk with him, and it was so amazing that these people could expose us to such an opportunity. And so I didn't take this thing for granted because of what they were giving. And after that, Lead for Ghana, I would say that that is the perfect place for every young man to look for and work, because they didn't just leave us like that when we came down. They have this professional session, professional developer session, the PDS sessions for us. Like every month, they will call you, come to professional training. They will give you mentors who will talk to you, like anything you need from this. And I don't think I will leave this particular organization as an empty human being again. And so far, I think my impact I've made so far from this leadership fellowship thing is so amazing. And I remember I'm teaching 3 classes. When I came, the 3 classes I pick, I have each class. I think my last class is 70 people in a class. I have one class over 98 people in a class. And looking at this, 98 people in a class is a home science class. You know, ladies and mathematics is not their thing. But I find a way to make these people believe that mathematics is not very difficult for them. And out of the 98 students now, I can tell you on authority that I have about 50% of them doing very well in mathematics. And whenever you go to class and start mathematics, you see them, the joy they will use, and it tells me that I'm really doing something. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm passing through the community to my school, and you'll be hearing still like people really know me, even I've never met them in person. I don't know how they got to know me. It really tells me that I'm making an impact in the community. When we came out to solicit for fun, the way we talk to people, people really, some of them even said, "Oh, so you," it's like, are you a motivational speaker? Because sometimes you have to get your time for some people to explain things down for them before they can buy whatever you want to say. And I think that is one of the things I really love about this whole fellowship that has given me the opportunity. And then my lesson so far I've learned from the fellowship is humility. And so when you're humble, there's no place you cannot enter. Okay, so when we started the whole project, some teachers think, oh, you want a name for yourself, so go and do it and let's see. So if you call them to come and help, they wouldn't want to help. But because of how humble I am under my leaders, I have few teachers, I have the authorities backing, the communities backing. Like, we made something so great out of what people think I couldn't do. And again, this adaptability, that's one thing I've, because coming from Kumasi to this place, and that was my first time of being to Achinswa or even in a half region itself. I've never been here, but when I came here, it wasn't easy for me because transitioning from that place to here and learning a whole lot of things, meeting different people, and all of those stuff, and even transitioning from the accounting to the classroom. Teaching mathematics wasn't easy, but I've learned that skill and I've mastered it so well that wherever you put me now, I should be able to adapt myself. And again, patience. Yes, sometimes you go to a leader that you want to do this as a fellow, and they will be giving all sorts of excuses. Go and come, do this, but I think the patience I have under them, giving them the patience all those times really paid off when the time comes. They themselves they realize that no, the guy is serious. So why don't we give him a listening ear? And so they will come in and then help me go through whatever project I want to carry out. So how do you start making your fellowship, or how do your fellowship count? So if you really want to join a fellowship, you want to become a volunteer, these are some of the things you should be looking up to. You ask yourself a question: that this fellowship, does it align with my passion? Is it something I love doing? Do I have the 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 empathy for this? So some of them we hear, especially the fellowship, because for fellowship you definitely get something we call the stipend. You get something small out of it. So people will hear the amount involved and will fall in love with the amount and not what they are going to do. So you get there and you start finding yourself wanting. You see that because there's no empathy, there's no passion for what you want to do. Even though you may have the skills or everything, but you can't succeed because you didn't have that kind of passion. So you have to make sure you align. When you go out there and you want to do a fellowship, you see all sort of fellowship opportunities. Just look at it and go through it. Does it align with your passion before you start? So when you look at the education, the technology, the climate change, health, you can get a whole lot from this fellowship, and you go through them. Ask yourself, is that my passion? Do I have empathy for it? And then you go for it. And again, if you want to go into it, you have to be strategic. Yes, you set measurable goals and outcomes. You then just go into it because people are doing it and you go into it. You have to have a vision, you have to have a goal. What exactly do I want from this fellowship or this volunteer? Don't just go and make money and out. No. Tell yourself that maybe I'm going to make an impact that will last forever. Even if I die, people will still mention my name. That is a goal you have set. That is a strategy you have. So if you have that one and you go into the community, you see that things will really go well for you and things will be in place for you. Then you have to document your process. If you don't do that, you wouldn't know whether you are achieving your goal or you are not. So anything you achieve, you have to make sure you have documented, you have put it down in a way that you can one day refer to I mean, see if you are growing or not. And you also build sustainability. Then you transfer your skills and knowledge, strength, local capacity, and leadership. So when you get there, do not just go there because you are there to teach. You go to the classroom, you teach and leave. No. And that's why I started putting things in, like my form threes that are going to teach, even though I'm not teaching them, but I organize a lot of seminars for them. I transfer a lot of skills, knowledge, things I've learned into them. And some of them has even picked me as their mentor. As I'm looking for mentors like my father, Kwesi here, others are also looking at me as a mentor. And that is one of the things I wake up in the morning and always feel so happy about. Now, let's look at the fellowship and career growth. Fellowship and the career growth. So this fellowship, this whole fellowship or volunteer will give you an opportunity for employment because they show initiative, leadership, and resilience in you. When you come to the community, as I'm here, we were three, and I think two of them completed, and now I'm alone, carrying on all the project. You see the leadership skills I am carrying here, the teamwork, the resilience I'm having, and this is what employers are looking out for there. When, especially when they call you and they ask you and you start, oh, I do my volunteer work with this so organization, and this is what I done through my volunteering work. I tell you, it speaks even more than your CV. Sometimes they'll pick your CV and they look at what you have done and you look out of the crowd. So this is one of the things I think the fellowship or the volunteer always give to you as a fellow or any other volunteer who want to join fellowship or anything. And then they also help you bring a community focus and problem solving mindset. So this one is where I realized that I can be a very good entrepreneur, because when I entered the community, I realized that there are a lot of challenges we could solve. So if I want to solve this problem, I can use that opportunity to create my own entrepreneurial endeavor, and then I can manage it to make money out of it. So going there to do a fellowship or a volunteer, you shouldn't only think of the money, but you think of the advantages you are going to get out of it. And then opportunities for fellowship are always around, especially on LinkedIn. There's no day I will go to LinkedIn and wouldn't see opportunities for fellowship. A lot of them are there. So these opportunities the fellowship will give is leadership and managerial what roles. So you are going out, or you are going into uh, an organization, they will see that you are already a manager, you are already someone who have a leadership skill, because you took upon yourself to build certain things, you lead teams to do this, you have that leadership quality in you. And it also give you the opportunity to some scholarships, because I remember most of my alumni in a lead for Ghana are having scholarship outside the country studying, because they sometimes come into the organization and look for people from the organization, and they will call up your name because they know what you did, and you have an opportunity out there. So fellowship opportunities that I want to recommend it to some of us is the Lead for Ghana fellowship. I dare you, if you're watching me and you want a place to learn, a place to build leadership skills, a place where you can grow, then I think Lead for Ghana is there for you. It is one of the place. I wish they can renew my contract. I wish I could be in this fellowship forever, because I'm really enjoying it. I'm really not whatever they are doing for me, but the leadership, the training they are giving to me on this. And we also have, I don't know if we have people watching us outside the country, but there's one organization which is also a brother to the Lead for Ghana, and that is Teach for Nigeria. So Teach for Nigeria and Lead for Ghana, I think they are brothers. So if you're in Nigeria and you also want such an opportunity, you can explore Teach for Nigeria. And Lead Ghana Fellowship is also there in Ghana here, and you can also explore that. And internationally, you have the Yali Fellowship, we have the Mandela Washington Fellowship, and the Acumen Fellowship. They are all opportunities we can explore, and then I think we will love it. Bringing my speech, or bringing my talk to an end, I said that these are some of the barriers you have to overcome if you want to be a successful fellow or volunteer. Then some of you will look at yourself and said, I'm not qualified. You don't have to be a professional to start volunteering or fellowship, because that place is a place for you to go and learn. Fellowships seek for potential and not perfections. It is your potential they're looking for and not your possession, because when you get there, they will train you, they will give you whatever you want. And some of us will also said, I don't have time, because why should I waste a whole 2 years doing volunteering when I'm not getting anything out of it? If you said that, maybe you have a point, but to me, I would say fellowship are structured to integrate into what your career growth. They'll help you in your career growth. So once you are transitioning from the fellowship, you are already a leader, you are already someone who have skills that people are looking for. And like myself, when I first saw Lead for Ghana, I also said it was too competitive. And so I also realized that preparation, clarity of purpose, and networking increase your chances. So if you like recently when they were doing the recruitment for Lead for Ghana, I know someone who reached out to me from LinkedIn and said, I'm joining this thing, and I see that you always talk about Lead for Ghana. I want you to help me. I want to know much about Lead for Ghana, what they're into. And so I took my time to explain to this person. And today, I think this year they explored only 60 people out of the numerous. I think they have about 6,000 plus this year too, and they selected only 60. And that 60, this guy was part of them, because he was able to build a network that would expose him to whatever he wanted to do. So if you want to go into these things, sometimes you have to explore and see people who are already in it. So my final words are there. Impact isn't about how loud you shout, it is about how well you serve. Then start with a clear vision and stay committed. Every fellowship experience should leave a trial of impact. A fellowship doesn't just change your career, it changes you. So today I am so glad and I'm happy to have been called by Kwesi York to have such a big platform, a platform that is made for prominent people on and not like me to have a talk on this particular topic. Thank you, and I'll be welcome any question that you want to ask me. Thank you, Kwesi York, for the opportunity. I don't know whether it's from my end, but I don't think I can. I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes, yes. Now, yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
okay, okay, all right. That's great. So thank you very much for sharing this with us. Viewers, if you are watching us, I've seen Josephine sending us message. Excited for this. Wow, social impact. Thank you so much. We are transitioning from our Google Meet meetings to YouTube. So this is the first of its kind. This is our first episode, and I'm having it with the amazing Joseph Yeboah. Thank you so much for this. We'll be having another one with him on LinkedIn live. We'll have schedule. Expect us having it once again. We'll learn from him. If you want to connect with him, he's on LinkedIn, and then let's connect. Our next speaker, unfortunately, is not around, and because I don't want to waste your time, I would want to end here. We'll reschedule the next speaker, but whatever time you watch this, if you want to make any social impact, I want you to genuinely help what he's doing in this place in Bono. Um, kindly reach out to him, or you can reach out to myself. I'll connect you, and you contribute in any form, whether it's money, advice, support, opportunities. And if for any reason you can also reach out to Lead for Ghana, and I'm sure they will get in touch with him. Joseph, thank you so much for sharing this with us. I appreciate your insight, your willingness to also share. And you have a great story. If I have anything to say, I would want to say, share these stories on LinkedIn, post them, and it's an inspiration for you to go to a place like that and make this kind of impact. Nobody's going to tell a story for you. You need to do it yourself. Thank you so much, and we'll be meeting again next week on LinkedIn Live, and then we'll come back, God willing, on the 30th with another group of people coming to meet. We had the first session with Miss Barbara, Tamafu yesterday, and we're having this session with the amazing Joseph. Bye bye for now. We'll meet again another time. Follow me, subscribe, and then follow Joseph as well. Bye bye for now.